My technology just doesn't want me to be here. My nose is itching. Okay, it is like super freaking cold here. Of course, my heat's going to run because I run into a stubborn stick of wood. Fire's been burning great all day. Stove's just been eating wood. And then I put in one certain stick and it just goes. And so now me and this stick of wood are fighting. So if I have to get up for anything, it is because I've got to go and check my stove and make sure I'm not going to burn my house down. Let's see if we get this over here a little bit. Okay. Let me see if I can get curled up here on the couch. It may not to be possible. My legs are very, 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 very tender today. Oh, gosh. Hey, Gypsy. My legs are so tender today. Oh, my God. I mean, so tender. Like, holy crap, tender. This will stop bouncing in a minute. I have run into a stubborn piece of wood, and oh, my God, the darn thing does not want to burn. It's making me so mad. So I thought, well, we'll do this because I can see it. Maybe if I put my energy elsewhere, it'll go, oh, look, she's not paying attention to me, and it will burn. So I'm tired. Hey, Ashley. I am so tired. I've been up with freaking fires for the last 4 or 5 nights, y'all, and which I do it because David needs to sleep, and so I try to, when it gets warm during the day, I'll bank a small fire, and I'll snooze for a couple hours, but it's like I've been having a newborn child all over again for like a week, and I'm so over that. So over that. So we're going to do this quick temu haul, and I got some stuff that probably y'all will be like, that doesn't suit her. I got these stretchy breeches, but on the sides, when you wear them, it looks like they got the lace, the holy lace thing, which is actually, when you put them on, it looks really kind of cute. And I finally got the correct size for myself. And honestly, I probably could still go down one more, but you know, these were so cute, and when you wear them, it really does look like you've got lacing on. But I got it to go with a very specific thing. I'm going to put my clothes here, and I'm going to make one specific temu bag, because I've got so much. Let me lean up towards this a little bit more. I'm laid back on this couch. I have got so much girl stuff in this temu haul. Like, I don't normally buy girl stuff, but I bought girl stuff. I'm nice and cozy, but if that darn log don't start to freaking burn better, it's going to totally mess up the warm. I need one trash bag on this. It's going to totally mess up the warm fuzzies I've got going on in my house. Now, it's like supposed to be in the negatives here tonight, too, and so I've been doing everything I can all day to kind of get the house a little too hot, so when it dropped, it would be about right. Okay, so I got this weird shirt, but I found it on a spin, and because I wasn't going to buy it, I took it out of my bag, and then they were like, oh, wait, but, and that's, you know, I love it when they do that, because then I'm like, that's what I wanted you to do. So I found this really neat shirt. It has rhinestone bows all over it. Hang on. But it's got all these holes in it. And so when you wear it, it actually looks like you're tied up in it. Oh, Dad burned it Elvis, where am I going here? Okay, here it is. There's the neck. And then it's got a slash. It's got a slash across the chest, because listen, when you're as big as I am, you can do that. And then it's got these bows, and the slashes wrap around your arm. Let me see if I can stick my arm in here. It's got these bows, and the slashes look like they rip around your arm, and the bows hold you into the shirt. This is going to be a pretty one. Now, I got a smaller size because I thought that would only look good if it fit me tight. So let's just all say a prayer. Let's all say a prayer that I'm getting close to that size now. Is that my... It's freaking colder than a well digger's butt in January, and it's January. 50 foot down with a trickle of water running on top of it. That's how freaking cold it is here. I'm over this weather. And did you know that here, like, ouch, my legs are killing me. I'm sitting here like one leg up, just slouched on the couch. Sorry. My legs are so swollen from this stupid weather. I've got on like 2.5 pounds of fluid. And my physical therapist yesterday was like, holy crap, Elizabeth. And I was like, listen, it is what it is. I got a spoolie and eyelashes and eyelash putter-oners. What's that called? Those tweezers? I don't know what these things are called. But do any of y'all know what a crooper is on a mule? Probably not. So, but I thought these were cute, and I'm gonna try to wear freaking eyelashes. I'm trying to act like a girl some days. Okay, it's not happening a lot, but I'm trying. That stupid piece of wood's making me so mad. So I even got me a bunch more eyelashes, and I got the dramatic ones because I have dramatic eyes when I put makeup on. And then I took a makeup test. Oh, and I ordered the little strips to where you don't have to put the glue even though I have glue. You just put the little strips on it, stick them on. Because I'm adventurous, but I also know that I'm so not good at this. I used to only wear them like at court days or if I knew I was going to be in like a case that was going to have media attention. And then I'd be like, okay, well, I'll put me on some false eyelashes today. But other than that, I never wore them. I got these for my little Oh My God watch. My little Oh My God button watch to slide on to decorate the band because I swear that thing to me looks like a house arrest monitor. And so I try to make it look pretty so that people know I'm not on house arrest. It's actually a health monitor because it does look like a house arrest monitor. We got about 7 inches, I guess here. I think the south end of the county got close to 9. It ain't gonna go anywhere for a while until next weekend. Then next weekend it's supposed to warm up and be in the 50s for like 3 days. Yeah, something's supposed to come through Thursday night, Friday morning, clip through here. David's mad because all of his snares that he put up got buried under the snow. But I said, think about the bright side, honey. At least now when you go check your snares, at least now when you go check your snares, you're going to know exactly where them suckers have been running because you're going to see all their run lines. Okay, y'all remember that maroon cold shoulder sweater that I got that had the high black neck that I really liked the look of? I like the colors and the look of. Well, they had one that was kind of like it. It's maroon, but it's just got, it's like half lace and then it's half covered, but it's got like a lace insert. And I like these, for some reason, I like these colors on me. And I thought, well, shucks, I think I got this one for $6.76. They always have the weirdest prices. Anyway, if I can always catch something between like $6 and $7.50, that's when I try to catch it, unless I really like it, and then I'll bump up around $9. But that's about as far as I'll go for clothes, because I'm one of them people. But I do really like the shirt, and it's ribbed, and it is so soft, just like the other one. It is so soft, but I love the lace insert. I don't know. That wasn't, you would have thought that I put a hunk of firewood or something in there because it ain't burning for crap. But I didn't. I swear it. I swear it was red oak. I don't know why it ain't burning. I was bragging about it all day today, but I said this stove was just eating the wood, and I said the house is so warm. And then as soon as I bragged to him, we shall burn no more. So probably what I'll have to do is get me a piece of pine. Y'all, this is how much weight that I've lost. This is how I'm sitting. I've got one knee up here sitting like this. I'm trying to stretch my legs. I've got my elbow in the inside of my thigh sitting here trying to do a temu haul with you. I've got quilts over my doors. I've got quilts over my doors. I've got quilts over the extra windows in the house. Y'all, I don't play when it comes to cold weather. Not at all. Let's see. This big bag is huge. Oh, and I'm wearing my GG embroidered socks, but there ain't no way I can get my foot up there to show you that. I was going to say it'd take an act of Congress, but Congress doesn't do anything, so it'd take more than that. I don't know. Can I? I don't think I can. I'm all twisted up. Anywhere. They're white ones with the purple flowers. I absolutely love them. And if Gigi ever tries to peer pressure you into buying these socks, do it because they're awesome. Even though I've made the white ones look really, really dirty by walking around in my little wood pile down there. Because I vacuum and sweep like 3 times a day when I have burn fires. But God, it stays a wreck. It's pathetic. Okay, now I bought a bunch. This bag is full. Okay, I'm getting prepared to put my sleeves up. I'm getting prepared. I'm propped up on like 3 pillows, laid crooked with a leg up because I can't sit square on my butt. This was something I found for Haley, and so I'm not going to take it out of the wrap. But it is a pacifier. But it's a medicine drawer that you put a pacifier on so that the baby will latch onto the pacifier, and then you can slowly squish the medicine into the baby's mouth. So I figured if one of the twins needed medicine, rather than wonder if they got their dose or have to fuss with them to pour it down their mouth, this would be a better way to go about it. And this was the one that looked like it was easiest to clean. Thank you, Gypsy. Gypsy's here with all the links for me. So I got a green one so it can, you know, hey, they're twins. They share the womb. They can share a pacifier if they're, you know, need medicine. Ain't gonna kill them. I've got so much stuff. And they're throwing her a big shower down there in February. My doctors are like, nope, you can't do 2 trips. We're barely letting you do 1. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to box up a lot of the pretty extras that she doesn't know I've bought and put them in that little carry bag that I bought that was so cute. And then I'm going to like wrap everything in blue and pink tissue paper, and I might get some little like the curly ribbons like you put, you know, for parties and stuff, and deck that little bag out, wrap it, put it in a box, and mail that box, and have the mother-in-law down there give it to her on her shower day down there, and then bring the rest of the stuff that my family's got, bring it on down with me when I go, when she has them. So the plan right now is that I go after she has them, because the first week, the family down there, for the first 10 days, they've all decided who's making what meals, what days, so that they don't have to cook. Joe, my son-in-law, has like 1 week or 10 days off. His mother's taking 2 weeks off. So what we're going to do is I'm going to go down after they get home around the 5th or 6th day. And it's going to kill me to be here while she's in labor, but I understand why she's doing this. She's explained it to me. They've got her covered for the first 10 to 14 days with meals and everything. That family's amazing. So then I'm going to run down there. About the time Joe has to go back to work, I'm going to stay in the guest room. And then me and the other mother-in-law, Sandra, who I love, I love her to death. Like, I've never physically met this woman, but I feel like I know her because we talk a lot, so much. And I'm going to go down there, and we're going to overlap. She's going to kind of show me the routine she's got established. I'm going to pick it up and keep going until Haley gets healed and is ready to roll. That's the plan. It's the plan. Like, I was talking to her, and I was crying because I was like, I just don't know how I'm going to be in another state when you're possibly having a C-section. I don't know how I'm going to do that, but if that's what you want, if that's what, you know. And she's like, I don't want you running the roads, and I understand that, so. But I'm going to be so freaking nervous. So everybody expect alive whenever she goes into delivery. Expect alive, because I'm going to have to talk through my jitters and nerves. Okay, I got a sign that I'm going to make into a crafty craft. It says, this house is full of crazy people and animals. You've been warned. And it does come with a little rope hanger, but I'm going to put it in the middle of the glare. I'm going to put it in the middle of probably a wreath or a feather wreath, or I don't know. I may do a weave, do a basket weave to where everything folds, goes the same way, and put it in the middle of that. And then put, you know, some stuff on it to make it look pretty. But I figured that'd be something that somebody buy. Now, the rest of this craft is pretty much for me. You remember I said I go out to the copper stuff that would look like wood? Well, when this came, it came with the sticker side that you peel off, and I thought, what the crap did I order that's aluminum? It's not. It's the other, and it looks just like wood if you get it out of here and you hold it straight. It looks just like, get out of there. It looks just like carved wood. I mean, I'm amazed at how easy this can trick you. So I got 3 of these because my husband doesn't believe in trim work. And I'm not hiking my butt out to, oh, my fire's burning. You sorry piece of blankety blank lumber. Now watch it go crazy and I'll have to get up and go and shut it down. Oh, that made me so mad. I have been fastening with that stick of wood for 45 minutes. Ooh, the things that I could say to it right now. Oh my God. Did it look okay? I know I'm going to be there for a couple weeks. So I don't know. Okay. It's burning okay right now. And there's not much of that piece of wood left. So I'm just going to let it burn out. My husband thinks that all the deer heads, basically anything that has a point on it, anywhere in this house, is to hang a hat on. So I got him one of these. It comes with a sticky thing, but I'm going to totally do some glue and a little bit of E6000. And I'm going to see if I can train him to put his hats on this. I'm going to try. Now, I know that he's 45, and training men at 45 is almost impossible, but I really would just like for him to go, well, where's my hat? Well, you put things in 20,000 places if you just put it in one place. Easy to find. I've even made him a little coat hanger out of a hat hanger out of a coat hanger. I'm going to have to go turn that down. And he has legit had all his hats on there, and then he'll look at me and go, well, where's my hat? It's on the thing I made you to put your hats on. Okay, I'm going to go choke my fire down real quick. If Oscar sits in my seat, just be amused by him, because then I'll make him move. Oh, I won't be more than 15 foot away. Promise. If I can get there. I'm walking slow. I hate wood stoves. You are being a butthole, Mr. Wood Stove. Okay, on my way back. Let me finish my pillows before I sit back down. Okay. Oh, here we go. Ow. Okay, sorry. Wood stoves. I knew as soon as I got busy, it'd decide to burn. Stupid thing. Why don't you look at the shape of this box? In my head, I just sang that song. I'm in love with the shape of you. I have my head, my brain. I don't know if this is still going to work. It's one of them little handy mixers. I have, it needs batteries. But I have little drink mixes and cocoa mixes that I don't like to find a chunk of something after I've tried to mix it. So I got this for like 97 cents one day, and they're normally like $1.47 to $1.87, and I went, it was because it was green. Why don't people like green? I love green. So I grabbed it, and I thought, I will never have dusty cocoa again. I swear we're fixing to get to some really girly stuff. Just wait for it. If you have a doorway in your home where you don't have a transition strips, and you go to Potter's or Ace Hardware or Lowe's or Home Depot to buy one, they're going to be like $30 for a little like 2.5 piece of wood transition strip. Oh, good Lord. She's so musically talented. So I got a gray one, and this is probably big enough to do 2 doorways. It is probably 1.5 yards long. Yeah. And so it tapes on the other side, and it's secure, but it looks like my wood flooring. And so I can put it in the transition strips and break up so my house doesn't look so unfinished, because I still haven't, my craft room has got the wood flooring like this down in our bedroom, but the rest of the house has got this gray, and it's going to go through on into the guest room that was Haley's room. but I haven't got it put down yet. And to keep the little suckers, those last little pieces of wood from moving, and me having to do the fat woman Irish jig to push it back into place. Y'all know that dance? I thought, well, I'm going to get this and stick that sucker where it won't move. If her guitar looks okay, or my transition strip. My transition strip looks great. They even have them for my little ledge where you walk off, where you come in the front door, you know, that little ledge I have, and I'm going to order some of those next. But I have to slow down because I went a little crazy with this haul. Look at these fingernails. Look it. I'm going to wear them, and I'm going to wonder the whole time how these women work. But I'm going to figure it out how these women do this, okay? Now, I had gel nails the whole time I worked for the state, but they were short so I could type. But I see these gorgeous nails, and I'm like, by God, I want to wear a pair. So I got me some. I got me a whole bunch. We're fixing to go through a whole bunch. Oh, yeah, that transition strip looks real good. It matches my flooring perfectly. They've got like 3 or 4 colors. Yeah, they're awesome. Yeah, I'm going to figure this out. Not gonna lie, bathroom etiquette worries me a little bit. It should worry everyone. But listen, I just think those. Look at how pretty those are. Look, they got little rhinestones and everything on them. Dadgummit, I want to be a girl. I want to try. I got so many nails. So many nails because I don't know. If I like the ones that I put on, and I need to put some more on, but I've got splinters, and if you see my hands right now, I've got splinters, cracked nails. There's a piece of wood under that nail. I mean, I've been handling sooty stove stuff all day. There's no point until this cold snap gets through for me to even put nails on. Snow just fell off the house. That was hilarious. But I'm going to, once it passes. Look at these. These are just little normal French manicures. I think one of them has little X's through it. I'm tickled with these because I told David I was going to start treating myself better. And listen, I didn't forget about Valentine's Day, but when they showed these, they showed these up like this. Okay? Which I thought, well, that's cute. It's hearts. But when you wear them and other people look at your hand, hi, Starlight. I love these because I thought, well, they're cute. They're for Valentine's Day, right? These would be cute for Valentine's Day. It looks like little hearts, but they're not completely closed. Well, I thought that's great because when I look at them, you know, I'll curl my fingers up and look at them. But when other people look at me, they're going to see this. Y'all, what does that look like? It looks like the south end of a northern bound bull. So I think I might have to take me a Sharpie and finish the heart. Does everybody else see that? I thought, well, I guess the people that made these nails never worked on a farm. Because I was like, probably going to have to get me a little Sharpie and finish that heart. Because we just can't have that. Oh no, somebody did a held message. She fits in. She fits into our family. I mean, I just thought, okay, that's a okay. And you know, 3 a.m. when I'm shopping, I didn't think about that. I should have. I used to show bulls. I used to halter break bulls. Didn't hit me till I got him home and looked at him and went, huh, okay. And I thought that's a little weird. That's a little much. Gonna have to do a little something with that. Look at my hair. My hair is having one of them days, y'all. What is this? We shall name it Alfred. Get down there. Get lowered. Okay, here we go. Let's see. Oh, these I think suit me because these are like black leopard print. This is the first time I've ever done this camera angle because I have to watch my stove. So I apologize. I normally am at my kitchen table with lots of lights. These are like black leopard print. I'm really excited about these because these suit my personality because I tell everybody it's black like my soul. I'm actually a really sweet person. Let me make sure my things are scrolling. Yep. Whoa, whoa, whoa. You know something? This thing, stop. When I'm not at my table, it's like the world falls apart. But I have to be where I can watch the stove, which is burning fine now. Now, these are cute too, even though one of them flipped around in the traveling process. They've got stars, moons, and flames on them. I will totally wear those and have fun with them. I've never done like press-on nails. I've always done it when I worked as a parole officer. I had gel nails done every 2 weeks. So I've never done press-on nails until I did my own set a couple weeks ago, or last week. Whenever it was. It feels like forever ago. And I did fine with them. But then we started having to weatherize, and they were just in my way, so they had to come off. I like those too. I like the moon and the flame. Now this one is another Valentine's pair, and thank God that they did finish the heart. These are just red tips and then one red one accent that does have a heart on it that is completely finished. I can't believe that other people did that, but you know, some people, you know, I grew up on a farm. I look at things a little different. Just a wee bit different. Oh, these are cute. I went a little crazy with the nails, I'm not gonna lie. These are pink with silver tips, and the accent nail has just like looks almost like a cross in it. I don't know if you can, it's so pale. See, it's got like just like a little cross in it. Like a star. It looks like the Star of Bethlehem for Christmas, but it's just like an accent. Very pretty. Very pretty. View message. No more of those, hopefully. Oh, Lord. Somehow I ended up with another pack of these makeup removers. I guess I probably thought square and round. I guess I thought since I bought square, I also needed round. And I've talked to a few people that say they do work good, but it's still burning. But you have to, you do still have to use soap. I use witch hazel. I gotta stretch my legs out. They're swelling so bad today from this weather, y'all. I just love having a neuromuscular disorder when it's 0 or negative, whatever it is right now. It's lovely. Okay, now this is something that some of y'all are going to find very funny. I will take this out of the package. This is a little weird. But I've been buying a lot of these little hair conditioner thingies. And a lot of them are, you use 2 pumps. And you put it on trouble spots, you know, and you don't use very much. It's like serum. And I never can tell where I am in the bottle and if I need to reorder. But you can take his puppy part and put it in there. And I'll have to figure out how to do that. You take that out, I guess. Yeah, you pop the little squishy squish out. And that way I can tell how much I have left. It's got the little button you push there. I can tell how much I have left. And I won't ever run out before I reorder. I'm tickled with this. Like, I'm really tickled with this. It's just tiny, but it was super inexpensive. They have bigger ones, but those little serums that I use, I have hair serums and face serums. So I figure if this works for one, then I'd buy a couple more for my others. I'll just probably have to put a little label on them. But that's okay, you know. And it looks prettier than all them flipping bottles sitting in my bathroom. My self-care routine is getting quite extensive, which, I mean, is good. It needs to be. Though I have no makeup on today for nothing because I would just sweat it off sitting in front of that wood stove. I said, can we get some of those what it bellows? And my husband's like, you do fine. I said, yeah. Like this morning, there was literally 2 little coals left, and I started a whole fire from it. But I had to sit there and, like, I've got to have the best lungs in a 5-county round, you know, but... And he was like, you did fine on that. I said, yeah, but I would rather not have to, like, die almost trying to start the fire, you know, because I can't breathe. So, and I'm amazed I do that well, you know, because when I worked in the jails and the prisons, I got in that one jail right, that one prison right, where I got in the, I didn't get through, tower didn't get through me the trap so that I could get out quick enough, and I got caught in that little riot that went on and got sprayed with 3 cans of that spray after they had to go for that crazy guy, and it was unnecessary. Somebody could have just whopped them on my head and sat on them. But 5 of us ended up with chemical pneumonia because once they hit the lockdown button, it's 25 minutes before they have the option to open the doors. FYI, in case you ever get in a prison. Being a parole officer was a very weird job. But so I'm amazed that I do as well as I do with that because of my left lung is so scarred. This is this Sky V or Sky 7 or what, I don't know what it is. Anyway, that packaging is gorgeous though. The packaging is gorgeous. But it is just an ivory setting powder because I'm translucent like Casper the Ghost. And I was really tickled with this. And sometimes, hadn't never thought about that. But you know, is because we just have that, we have a little tiny Patriot stove because our house is tiny. That might work. Oh, look, it came with a little poof. Poof, poof. Isn't that cute? I'm getting to, where I've got this disorder, I'm getting too flipping crippled to do much. So my husband cuts the wood super small for me to handle it. That could have been taken in so many ways. But I try to do it because we love wood heat. We've always had it. My husband is like a lumberjack. He loves to cut wood. It's pathetic. Anyway, this is got a sticker I can't get out, but it looks like it's going to be a pretty decent color for me. And I'm just going to bake some places on my skin where my makeup doesn't like to stay and my foundation doesn't like to stay. So yeah, I've got an auburn cast to my hair. It's sunburned up here a lot more than here because I keep it in buns and stuff during the summer, so it's sunburnt. And I need about 1.5 inches, 2 inches cut off, which is when I go see Gypsy here soon, it's going to get cut off. But my son looks like a leprechaun. I am part Cherokee, part Irish, but I swear the Irish genetics were strong. My mother's beautiful with olive skin and raven black hair. I got none of that. This is this new glue, this hard nail glue that you are supposed to be able to hold better and use better. It's called, oh my God, Jayazika Solid Nail Tip Gel. So it's solid, you put it on, but you still have to cure it. But it's supposed to work so much better. It's so excited it's coming out of the bottle already. Yeah, it feels like silicone. So who knows what it'd feel like when it cures. But I may try one tomorrow and give you some feedback on it. Because it's not super expensive, but who wants to buy something that doesn't work? But I was interested to see if it would work. So, yeah, my son looks like a leprechaun. He climbs trees, an arborist. He climbs trees and takes trees down and does chainsaw carving. He's like 26 going on 75. He's always been that way. Now I thought this was weird that I got nails in a bag and they've got the little sticky pads with them. But these are just black glitter. But this is the first time I've seen nails in a bag. And they're just not attractive that way at all. It looks like little beetles. But these are just black with glitter. They're like a smoked out black. A black gray with glitter. And they're pretty. They just very unattractive. They looked much better in the picture where they presented them on the store than in this bag. So was kind of not too thrilled with that. But it is what it is. What can I say? Okay, now I got this little shirt because I'm on a weight loss journey and I've been losing weight pretty good even though I'm bloated up a couple pounds. Wait, where's my little piece of tissue paper that catches no moisture whatsoever? So I'm on this weight loss journey. I've been losing a lot of weight. And it's helping. My flares and stuff are getting farther apart. But in the summer, I like to wear little tops with my little shorts in the backyard. And I don't care who sees me, because if you come in my backyard, you deserve to go blind. That's my backyard. So I got this. It's like a faux wrap, and it's got ruching on the side. But I thought it would look really cute with just a pair of that's a little. We're gonna have to work on that. We might have to do a safety pin. But I thought it would look cute with just a pair of little blue jeans shorts. And it's really lightweight material. It's really pretty. I really like it, and I like that it ruches and has this little tie right here. I really like that. But it feels almost between a cotton and a sport, but it's really like, it feels like a really expensive athletic shirt. So I think you'll probably be very Irish in the summertime. That'd be nice. So yeah, I'm Cherokee and Irish. My mom, the older she gets, the bluer she gets, because she's got just apparently a little tiny bit of melungin in her. And so everybody that sees her is like, is she okay? Is she healthy? And I'm like, yes, because nobody knows what melungins are anymore. And I don't have the time to explain it. Now we're getting into the jewelry. Let's see how many rings I can fit on my hands. What size is this? I always buy the stainless jewelry because I can kill jewelry like, I mean, nobody's business. I killed 2 wedding sets hauling hay, and finally my husband was just like, we're not doing that again. And I was like, nope. I sent him to a pawn shop, and the one that he bought at the pawn shop I still have today, and I love it. This is a size 8. I'm going to have it resized, though, because my wedding set is way too big for me now. This is a size 8. It's getting a little big. It's getting a little big. It's getting a little big. Getting a little big. That's okay, though. I've got ring sizers. That is just a band, a wide sterling band. It doesn't have any, well, maybe it does. It's got some tiny little rhinestones in there. Just some tiny, teeny, tiny little rhinestones in there. But it's just a pretty wide band. So I probably could have got a 7 in that and been okay. Really pretty. Everything I buy is normally under $1. Never over like $1.98 for jewelry. I just can't. That's pretty. I like that. Buggies. These are Velcro stickers because my physical therapist is mad at me that all my rugs moved. So I got these little Velcro stickers, and they're good. So I can put them to the floor and make my rugs not move. So Rita, if you're watching this, they came in and I'll put them down, Rita. Rita's going to whip my butt if I don't get my rug stationary. She's like, those are dangerous. Those are dangerous. And I'm like, I'm the one that falls. Why do you care? Which I haven't fallen in a long time, but I took like a really horrible ballerina pirouette the other day and caught myself on the back of this big sectional, which looks comfy, but the back of it is just a solid piece of like 4x4 wood. I mean, it felt good. It caught me and it didn't break, but ow. And I didn't really think I'd hurt myself that bad until, because that was like 3 a.m. I went on back to bed. My husband didn't even wake up. I mean, sounded like I heard an elephant was tromping through the house. He didn't even wake up. And I thought, well, I caught myself on the couch. It's not that bad. And I just went on back to bed. I was just stove up the next morning, and then I started bruising. And I didn't say anything because I was wanting to go visit my friend, Gypsy. And then my physical therapist saw. This is another one of those titanium bands that I love so well. Now I have 3 in 3 different sizes. If you like a statement ring and you don't mind have a wide ring between your fingers, these are gorgeous and will sparkle and shine and get you some attention. I mean, people love, everywhere I've gone, people have been like, where did you find that? And I'm like, 97 cents on Temu, and it's stainless steel. And I mean, they last. I'm getting in between all my sizes. And so there we go. So I'm buying them and moving on down to different sizes. I like to wear like 1 or 2 big statement rings and then let her go. Oh, and I actually bought stainless steel gold. And I'm getting to where I'm buying some stainless steel gold now, which I used to not. I hated gold. I just could not tolerate it. Even though my wedding set's gold, I just couldn't tolerate it. And I didn't much care for it. And I think I got these in a smaller size, so we'll see if they fit. It is a 3-band set, although I think, oh yeah, that fits. I got that in a 7, and that fit right on my hand. Is that, oh my God, I got that in a 7, and it fit. Look at that. And it's cute. It's got silver, like little rhinestoney etched stuff on the bands and in the heart, and then the bands are gold. And literally, I think it was like $1.34. I mean, shit, you can't beat it with a stick, y'all. Because I lose jewelry, I break jewelry. Oh yeah, I love the stainless. It lasts, and all you got to do is get one of them little rags and buff them every once in a while. Because I don't want to break or lose anything expensive, and I don't really want expensive stuff bought for me. Now, if anybody remembers, the other week I bought those little gold cross earrings. I have 3 holes in each ear, and I really wear tons of earrings. And I forget lots of times I have them in, and I'll lay down and I'll break them, but so I go through quite a bit. Well, I went back and I got the little silver ones to match. I thought those were very pretty. Here's the ticket, though. How hard are they going to be to put in? Because they're the ones that only open so far, like a little huggy. I have problems with those sometimes. Because I got fat ears just like the rest of me. At least I'm consistent. Say what you want to say, but at least I'm consistent. That one went in really easily, but you can't. Well, yeah, you can see it. They're big enough you can kind of see the sparkle. Well, that surprised me. I like, my legs are killing me. I like small earrings, but every once in a while, I wear the biggest, gaudiest earrings. Like if I go somewhere with David to one of those artistic vendor places where he sells his fur and stuff and takes some of my crafts and arts, I will dress like I am just having my, my art debut. And I'm here to tell you, the weirder I dress at them places, the more people come up and talk to us and pack stuff home. It's just so weird. I thought those are cute. Those are real cute. And I've got those big hoops with the crosses too, so I could put the crosses in my second and third, and then put the big hoops in the first, and I could make that work. But yeah, I like to dress like a boho artiste when we go to those in the summer, when we go to those vendor sales. But in the winter, you just have to Eskimo up, and I don't get to go to just maybe 3 or 4 a year. I think this year I went to more than I've gone to in 6 years because I've been working on my health for 1.5 years, and I finally got to where I could actually go. I could do a 1-day event. I did 1 2-day event like it killed me, so I said next year I'm sticking to 1-day events. But my husband traps and tans, and so he's constantly either running a trap line. We're backwoods Appalachia folk. I'm have my master's in psychology, but we're backwoods Appalachia folk. And you 3 4. See, yeah, I used to have them all the way up the ear, and then I tangled with a crochet pillowcase one evening, and let's see what this is. Because I order the things I like, and then they get here. It is a lipstick with a liner. Oh, I bet you this is the one that had the black liner. No, it's both. It's the Rouge liner. Hang on, and I'll scoot up and we'll try this. We'll see. It should match this really good. Another ring. Imagine that. I go a little jewelry crazy. In my defense, they gave me a really good coupon because it was going to be the last executive order I was going to be able to do. And so I had a 33% back spin and so much percentage back on anything I bought. And so I shopped because that was going to be my last chance to have that really good money back. And I shopped because I knew I wouldn't be able to do that again. They say they're going to bring something called Temu Circle, but some people have already got it, but I don't. Okay, so I saw Hot Mess Mama haul a pink version of this. You know, let me just sit up since I'm fixing to put on lipstick for you. I saw, if you haven't ever watched Hot Mess Mama, oh my gosh, you gotta go watch it. She cracks me up. Oh, good grief. So many pillows on a couch. I don't know why they make couches with pillows. But she literally is a hot mess, but I love her to death. She's just as sweet as she can be. I look horrible without makeup on in the middle of the night. Whoop, whoop. Look at her. Anyway, she hauled one of these that was a pink version of this. And it was gorgeous. And she said it's got some weight to it. It does, by golly, have some weight to it. And she hauled a pink version. And I've got way too many rings now for my fingers that I have. And she just kept wearing it. And it kept showing up in all her videos for weeks. And I thought, well, doggone it. She said they had a clear version. I said, well, I'm going to go see what it looks like. Look at that. Is that not pretty? I don't think I've ever had a pear cut before, pear shape. Oh, you're a Missouri hillbilly. I'm over here in Tennessee, and up on the crag of the mountain before you drop over the valley to the Smokies. So I'm right on the east middle line, but I'm also basically on the Kentucky line, and oh my gosh, I'm on the crag of the mountain. All the weather goes drop right here. It's horrible. So we get lots and lots of weather, and like we had what? How many tornadoes did we have last summer, Gypsy? Because she's above me in Kentucky, and it'd be fine at her house, and we'd be having tornadoes just running through. Oh, no, this is pretty. This is a dainty little set. Oh, that is so cute. It's got the stones in it. My light's too much right there. It's got the stones in it. That's pretty, and it's stainless, and it's got a nice setting on it, too. That's nice. Like it, I would not think it was stainless. I would think that is like white gold or something. Huh. Oh, and it fits perfect. That's pretty. I mean, heck, I'm tickled with all the little, and it's cheap jewelry, but my gosh, it's beautiful. And you get several months of wear out of it or more if you take care of it. My goodness. Yeah, I like the way she talks. Like every once in a while, if I were to say I heard a bang, she'll be like, I heard a bang. She says her A's weird sometimes, but I love it. Like that's what makes her heard. I love it. So I'm going to try on this lipstick for you here in just a second. Let me show you something. I did get something useful, okay? I'm not completely a waste of space when it comes to buying stuff. Let me see if I can fit these on this hand. No. Okay, let me lay these over here for a second while I do what I'm doing. I did get something useful because I do have a giant vacuum. But my rugs and my dog is a pug zoo, and holy crap, he sheds. Well, he doesn't really shed as much as he leaves little Oscar hairballs everywhere. And it's more of where I brush him out, or during the winter his undercoat grows out, and then he'll want to come out. And I cut him and I trim him, but I've gotten behind. But he is, I don't know, I'll sweep and vacuum, and all of a sudden I'll see a tumbleweed come to the house, and I'm like, where the crap did that come from? And, hey, neighbor. I've got lots of friends. Like, I've got friends in Olympia, Washington. I've got friends in, I've got other friends in Missouri, Iowa. I've got bonus children in Iowa. Addison just turned 19. The last time that I really got to see her was when she was 14, turning 15. And I took her to a lunch date. She was my person. Her mom was a foster parent, and I worked as a counselor. So we all just got along. I understood kind of what they went through as a foster family, and we talked a lot. Beautiful little girl, sweet, play basketball. And so she was the only one that wanted to come to the Queen conventions because I'm a huge Queen fan, and someday you'll see me without sleeves. I've got Queen tattoos and everything, And my daddy was a Baptist minister, so he's gotten over it though. He's okay. But I would take her to dinner every Queen Convention. I'd take her to lunch. We go to a lunch, just a girls' lunch by ourselves at the hotel, the conference center dinner restaurant, and she looked so forward to that, and I did too. I enjoyed spending time with her. She was a very beautiful. Oh, wait, come to the next one. Okay, this is the little sweeper that it sweeps and it catches you dog hair on these microfibers, and it's in an extra one. And it says it leaves no hair left behind. Challenge accepted. I'm going to see if it works. The only thing I like is everything they make in China has got to be screwed together by metal tubes. And I get a little aggressive when I clean, and so I have to remind myself that this is for 5'2" people in China that don't necessarily have farm muscles, and I have to go, don't press that hard, Elizabeth, you'll break it, because I will completely. They're really easy to put together, though. I mean, like, a kindergartner can put them together. So, I'll probably do a short. And it's not, you don't have to have a battery or anything. It just does it as you push and sweep, it does it. So, I'm going to have to figure it out, learn it. And they say it's great for your wood floors. Oh! Them little suckers spin right around. Okay, now this is right here is where my husband likes to sit in the Oh my gosh, it just pulled something out from under my couch and I vacuumed here today. Oh, and I'm going to show you this because I have no shame. It pulled that out from under my couch and I vacuumed today. Anybody want a dog? Anybody want a dog? He's sweet. He's just a hairball. And it's where he's 11 years old. He can't help it, but the older he gets, the more I have to do. Well, I'll tell you what, hey, this was $11.97. You can see them sometimes for $14 to $16. Don't buy them. Wait till you see the ones for $11.97 and then buy you one. These suckers work. Heck, I haven't even got off my sofa and I picked up, holy crap. Listen. Highly recommend. 5,000 out of 10. Oh my goodness. No more dust bunnies in my house. I'm so happy. They're good. Yeah, I wondered too because I was like, is that a joke? And then I thought, well, for $11, I'll see if it's a joke. It's not a joke. Look at that. It got this. Look, I vacuumed and that was under. My vacuum is a Dyson, so it only reaches so far under my couch. And so every once in a while I have to move my couch, but I didn't move it today. This thing slides a good 6 inches up under my sofa and was able to grab that when my Dyson cannot. Dyson. You just got beat by an $11 Chinese manufactured item. Oh, I'm so tickled with this now. Oh, I'm so tickled. Okay, and so the dirt, the hair goes on the microfiber thing, but all the dirt it sweeps up goes in this little drawer. Oh, God. I'm afraid I'm going to drop it. Goes in this little drawer, and there you go. It's a little flap, and it's already got crap in there. And so then you just go and you empty it over your trash can. Holy crap, I love this thing! I'm going to listen, anybody wants to know, if you wonder what I'm doing for the next hour and a half, I'll be doing this through my whole house on every wood surface. So, I don't know if it'll go, let me see. I've got a really thin carpet. I've got a really thin, like, foot carpet here. No, it doesn't want to go on the carpet, but now the wood floor, buddy, it just spins like a helicopter landing. And I've only got one room with carpet in my whole house, and it's fixing to get ripped out too. So this is awesome. Because I'll be sitting here and the heat will kick on and there'll be a tumbleweed. And I'm like, I just vacuumed. But now it's not good on carpet. But now on wood floors or laminate or linoleum, I'd say it probably can't be beat because it just beat my Dyson. Y'all, it beat my Dyson. Okay, let's try this lipstick. And you can actually buy like 3 to 5 more of these if you want extras, but it comes with 2. And listen, if you're smart, just go to Walmart and get you some of this material and make your own. My mother taught me how to sew at a young age, and my mother's been quilting this cold weather. She goes in her fully enclosed basement, which stays one temperature all year long. And I'm going to keep that for my craft room. And she just sews. And she's been sewing. I think she had done 3 table runners, finished a quilt, started another, and was making placemats last time I talked to her. And I was like, Mom, you can't stop. This is difficult, so. Oh gosh, that's got some color to it, ladies. My lips are just about chapped from blowing on that stupid fire for 3 days. Yeah, I would recommend if you've been working a wood fire for 3 or 4 days to do a lip scrub before you put this on. if anyone else finds himself in that circumstance. Okay, that goes on very smooth. Can't see what I'm doing. That goes on really smooth. I don't want too much color. That went on really smooth. That's pretty, and it does almost match your shirt. Okay. 8 out of 10. The liner, yeah, of course, it may just be my lips are that dry too. The liner's a little small. I like a little bit wider liner, but wider liner, huh? But hey, it worked, so I'm okay with that. I look like crap today. I promise you, the next time you see me, I will look like a human being that has. But listen, I've been babysitting a wood stove for like 4 or 5 days now. I'm so tired. And tonight's the worst night ever. This is the coldest night for us. So I'm just exhausted. But, and my earrings, there's those earrings, those little cross earrings. Those were a steal, y'all. I think everything I showed you here, I spent $39. I mean, howdy. That was good. And I did my last executive purchase and got 33% off and like 5% cash back. And they're going to stop that, but they swear they're starting something called the Temu Circle, which is going to be basically like executive orders. I wish Temu would stop reconfiguring every 5 minutes. Come on. You're killing us, just a little bit. But I'm tickled with what I got. I think I did a pretty good haul, and I got girl stuff, and I've got more stuff coming, and I've got more girl stuff coming. And I'm going to start wearing more jewelry and doing my nails and stop looking. I'm a redneck, and there'll be some days that I'm going to have to look like a redneck because of what I'm doing. Like if I'm helping David on the trap line, or if I feel good enough to ride along with him, or, if I'm sewing, like when he tans beaver and raccoon and coyotes, I sew them into hats, like coonskin hats, and then I make beaver and coyote hats with tails, and then the beaver hats, which look really pretty on women. No, that's a raccoon hat. There's one above me, but it's a raccoon hat. And you've got 3 orders out right now. They're having their prices are dropping. They're having some really good sales right now. But I had to take advantage of that last executive sale, and so I was just like, I'm on it. Oh, I won farmland this morning, and I'm fixing to win Fishland too. Isn't it nice when you finally get there? It's like, yeah, and then it always ends like you need 2 or 3 more feedings, and you have to wait till the next morning. It's like that's not fair at all. You know what I won on farmland because I'm a good wife? One of those really ritzy trail cams for my husband. Took me forever because it was like a $60 trail cam, and you know how long it takes you to win something is kind of equal to how much it cost. It took me forever. That light is making a spot on me. It took me forever, but I got it. Hi, Retail Therapy. How you doing? Yeah, I was tickled. That was my last executive order, and I'm so sad that they're doing away with the executive orders, but they swear Temu Circle is going to be just as good. It's not on my app yet, but people are starting to see it, so maybe it will be soon. So, and if you need coupons or one of those old school $100 coupon bundles instead of those stupid $13.50 out of $5,000, I hate those. You can use my code TAV61092. TAV as in victory. TAV61092. Go in there and do you like the minimum $10 order if you still got that, and then it'll kick you back a $100 coupon bundle, and then you can go and save some money. So, but I'm just like, I wish Temu would like stabilize, because as soon as I get used to it, they change. And some people might like that. I do not. And so I'm very upset because I had ordered one of those long scrubby brushes to be my prize in Fishland, which I'm fixing to win probably tomorrow or the next day. And thank you, Gypsy. And they went out of stock the day before I'm fixing to win Fishland, and I thought, of course. And I looked and searched, and there wasn't. And so I ended up I got 2 of those white lantern candle holder things, just because I thought I could probably craft them into something neat to make a buck or something. So, well, I'm watching a wood stove that's being a butthole tonight because it's so cold, and I'm trying to get through a Temu haul and make myself forget about how cold it is here. But I'm going to have to go now because that stick of wood's burnt out, and I've got to put another on before my bed of coals goes cold. Bed of coals goes cold. That's hard to say. And my stove's done great all day, but the last stick of wood was stubborn. Ugh. I had a girly haul. You'll have to go back and watch it. It was all girly stuff, mostly. Now, okay, here's a funny thing. I've got 99% of all my stuff coming in is extremely girly, but there's going to be one product that y'all are going to be like, yep, that's Liz. And I'm going to, if y'all come back and watch my hauls, every time I do a haul, when you identify that product, just write in the comments, yep, that's Liz. Because I'm really trying to act like a girl, because y'all know I'm the world's biggest tomboy. I hog hunted, deer hunted, coon hunted, squirrel hunted my whole life before I got this neuromuscular disorder. I was a parole officer. I'm a big butch burly woman. And, like when one of my last Temu hauls, I got a boot knife because I'm always armed. Listen, when you put people in prison for 10 years, you think about things like that. But also like to ride along with my husband when he does his trap lines that he can drive close to, because I can't walk huge distances, not because I'm too fat anymore. It's because my legs, I have a thing like MS, and sometimes they just stop working, so I can't get too far out there anymore. But on the days he drives the trap line on the outer parts of this big farm he traps, I can go with him, but he makes me stay by the tracker, which is his little vehicle. But I still have to be armed because there are big old black bear and coyotes and everything else out there. And because I'm losing so much weight so quickly, I have no breeches that I can put my holster on anymore. Not that it is a comfortable, good, correct hold. So found a way around that. With leggings or the new jeggings that I've bought, and the buttonhole attachment on my sewing machine, and something I purchased on Temu. And so I'm doing all these girly hauls, but when y'all see it, you're going to be like, that's freaking Liz. I climb lots of trees when I hog hunted because they come at you and you have to jump, and I'd jump up and swing around the tree when they dodged underneath me. And used to be, me and David go hog hunt together because my family had a hunt lodge, but we eat meat. Like, we eat out of the woods still. We eat deer, we eat wild hog. We don't waste anything. And that's the Cherokee and me and the woodsman and him. We just don't waste anything. It's disrespectful to that animal if you're going to harvest it if you do not use everything of it. And if it's an extremely beautiful animal and I'm with him, I will actually go and do the Cherokee breath where you help take the last breath so that it carries on through you. That's how I was raised. People think it's weird, but I was raised. Mom took me to powwows. We stayed with the tribe till I was 14, 15. And it means more to me in my later years now than it did in my younger years. But I make ceremonial sticks, rattles, dream catchers. I do a bunch of just native art, and the tribes come and they purchase lots of stuff for the ceremonies, for their ceremonial community events. And so talking sticks especially. So I love I love showing my native art, but a lot of people just don't get it. And I understand, because a lot of people don't live this close to nature. And I get that. But I also do some girly crafts too sometimes. But I'm doing girly hauls, and I'm fixing to put my nails back on, and I'm getting more jewelry, and I'm taking better care of myself. I've lost 60 pounds. I'm feeling better. My flares with my disorder that's like MS on crack, they're spacing out. I still have flares, but they're spacing out with the weight I'm losing. So I have better days in between, except for winter weather. I don't like winter weather. So I'm getting to where I care about myself. Because used to be, when I was a parole officer, I was dressed to the nines, the hair done, nails, because I had to be ready to go into court or a parole revocation hearing at any moment, or have a media announcement. That was never fun. But when I got so sick and this disorder got me, I just stopped caring, because I was so focused on just trying to get through each day with the bone pain and the nerve pain and learning how to walk and the physical therapy and all the leg surgeries. And it all started from where I worked at a wilderness boot camp and had a boy throw an axe at me. And I've done I think 5 leg surgeries. And then one, they had to go in and take bone chips out that had broke off. Horrible. But now that I'm doing better, I'm trying to put more, care into me again. And so Gypsy's going to cut my hair, because she cuts hair really good. She's going to cut my hair when I see her. I'm going to come visit soon. She's going to cut my hair. And then I'm going to take off the sunburnt. What she doesn't cut off that sunburnt, I'm then going to dye with a auburn brown, because that's the color it is normally, and get rid of the few grays that I have coming around through here. Now, I'm 45, so I think I look pretty good for 45, especially when I'm done up, and I think I look pretty doggone cute for 45, especially to have been through what I've been through. But I really am trying. I'm trying to be a girl, doggone it. But I mean, it's hard to be a girl when you grow up in the sticks. And like they trapped a hog the other night, because the hogs are just eating this place. Oh, thank you, Gypsy. And they trapped a hog, and it was just a good eating size. You don't want them too big. Them big hogs and big male hogs stink, and they got 5 inches of gristle on their back, and it's just hard to get to all the meat, and there's not worth eating. You want the sows or the medium-sized one. So they got a medium-sized sow, and I was like, ooh, she would be nice. And Dave was like, I've got to go to work. And he's like, I can't take her to the butcher till the morning. It was only like 28 that day. It was cold. So she was going to be fine hanging. We hung her up, and high enough to where no bear would come get her. We have bear around here that just visit like drunken toddlers. They just wander through your yard, knock stuff over, and bite crap. They're just like toddlers. And he said, can you get her real quick? Yeah, I can get her real quick. So I hadn't done that in a few years, but you never lose that skill. So I got her real quick and put it in the bucket for him to go in. That's what he uses to pour out to see where his coyotes are roaming. So 58 hasn't been kind of. I didn't think you were 58 when I met you. I don't think, Savannah or Gypsy, I don't think either of y'all look 58. You certainly don't act 58. Well, I'm trying. I'm trying to put more effort into myself, because I was really frustrated with how life went for about 6 years when, they finally got me diagnosed, but they were trying to fix me, only to realize trying to fix me was making it worse because of the swelling and my body fights back and swells and doesn't like for you to bother it. And so now that I figured it out, and I'm like, okay, and I'm getting back to where I have enough energy, I'm like, let's pick out an outfit. Let's put on a little bit of makeup. Let's fix her hair. So, oh my gosh, I could not have a child right now. Lord, no. I couldn't do it. No, you're a better woman than me. I couldn't do it. No. Like, I'm going to go help Haley with her twins for a few weeks, but I'm going to be exhausted when I get home. And my neuro group and my doctor, they're both like, when you get back, just come and you just wanted to check in and make sure you've not overdone it. I can guarantee you I'm going to overdo it. There's going to be 2 of them little things. I guarantee you I'm going to overdo it. But, I mean, grandbabies. It's like crack. You just got to go, grandbabies are just a special thing. It's just a special thing. I've got my first grandbaby's name tattooed on my arm. Ellie Mae. And now my daughter's having twins. My daughter and her husband are having twins. This is my son and my son's daughter. And so now I've got to find 2 more spots to put 2 more names. And I'm like, I'm running out of acreage. So I couldn't have a kid at 45. I would be like, no, I can't do this. I mean, I would do it, but it would terrify me. So, I mean, but see, I don't think of you as being, I think of you more as my age because that you act and, I mean, we're very similar. So I think of you as my age. Kim is also around that age. And she doesn't act it either. And when I grunt and say, "Oh my gosh, I'm old," she will literally smack me and be like, "Shut up! I'm a decade older." I had my first baby 2 days after I turned 20, and then I had Haley 1 year, 1 month, 1 day later. I don't recommend that. They then found out after running hormone panels on me and pulling viable egg counts that it doesn't matter what strength of the pill I'm on. I am the 0.03% of the population. It does nothing to the viable egg production. Nothing. Zip. Which I took to my parents and said, "Aren't you glad I was a good girl?" Because now you know I was a good girl because I'd have had a whole farm of kids if I had not been a good girl. But I was also raised in church. My dad was a Baptist minister, and so I was raised to get married, have family, and I'm still very conservative, even though I rock my tattoos and I've had some really weird jobs. I'm still a very conservative creature at heart, but it's because I'm a backwoods. I was raised in the backwoods, and we're just more conservative people. But I have a very open mind. And I have a lot of different, I have an eclectic group of friends because I don't want a whole room of people that look like me because I'm not going to learn nothing if everybody's like me. I have to be with different people. Well, I think she's quite the special child, and I think she's talented, and I think there's a reason why she's here. So, well, you look at Haley, her husband at one time was a Make-A-Wish kid because they didn't think he was going to live through his cancer epidemic. And so it's a miracle they, number one, got pregnant because they said it just caught the right age where it got him early enough to where it didn't jack up when he went to puberty. It didn't mess up his ability to have kids. So they just got lucky, but they still thought it would be harder for them to have kids. So it's kind of special that they got pregnant at all, but it's a flipping miracle they're having twins. So these babies are meant to be here for something. And when it's for me, when I start to see my grandbabies, life makes sense. Life makes sense. And so it makes me happy. But it hurts. It hurts being so far away from my daughter. I got my tubes tied after Haley because my ex-husband, I was like, listen, I have 3 children if you count him, and I can't do this. I can't be a broodmare. And that's when they did the hormone panels and confirmed, yes, it doesn't work on you. But they still made him sign the paper, and I was like, you have to have his permission to tie my tubes. Excuse me, but whose hoo-ha are you going in to tie mine? Why are you asking him? But women that are married have to have their husband's permission to tie their tubes. I just thought that was the weirdest thing ever. See, she's meant to be here. I never thought I'd have kids. And then I got married early and had 2 kids early. But then I was forced due to all of this neuromuscular stuff that came, just hit me like a train. And when I got hurt at 26, I had a full hysterectomy at 30. So had I not had my kids early, I wouldn't have had kids. So everything makes sense now. I got mine in 2009. I was 6 years behind you. Oh, you were 2 years behind me. I mean, I've never taken estrogen. I took it for 2 days, and I sat there and cried watching the movie. There was nothing to be crying about. And I went back to the doctor, and I said, I do not want this stuff. Take this stuff away from me. And David looked at him and said, she's evil when she takes it. Take it away from her. And he said, well, you don't have to have estrogen. And he said, with your mother, my mother went through breast cancer, and he said, with you now having hysterectomy and not on estrogen, it reduces my cancer, threat a whole lot. So I was like, I don't need estrogen. And I've always had way too much testosterone because of, I was farm labor. I was big, burly, muscled girl. And as soon as they took me off the estrogen, I was fine. And I went back for like my 2-week checkup after my hysterectomy, and my doctor's like, "Do you have any questions?" And I was like, "Yeah, I've got a question." And he thought I was going to ask like a groundbreaking, body question. I was like, "Can I go fishing?" And he was like, "If you feel well enough to cast and reel, you can go fishing." And I was like, "Okay, I'm going fishing." That was my whole, I just wanted to go fishing. It was just starting to get warm enough in the spring to go fishing. I wanted to go fishing so bad. So I don't have my ovaries. They had to take them out too because they were growing things they shouldn't grow. Like I had like grapefruit size things growing and everything. And it was from that disorder that just takes over and swells and grows things. And so I calmed down a little bit after that, but the legs persisted. And that's what finally TDOC wanted me gone as soon as they realized what I was diagnosed with. Even though I'd never had a problem and I was like the most decorated officer in the whole district. So don't let an employer dictate your life because they don't care. They just want to butt in that chair. They don't care whose butt it is. Hedge apples for ovaries. I asked if I could keep mine and my uterus in a jar, and they were like, "Why?" And I said, "I just want to kiss it every day for all the problems it caused me." And the doctor was like, "No, Elizabeth." And he was a very devout Christian man. And before he rolled me into surgery, he said, would you like for me to anoint you? And he held his thumb up. "Would you like for me to anoint you and pray before we go into surgery?" And I was like, "Forget the thumbprint of oil. Somebody roll me in a barrel of Crisco. I need all the help I can get." And the whole surgical staff looked at the anesthesiologist and he said, "I've given her nothing." And I was like, "No, this is just me." And Dr. Perrigan was like, "That's just Elizabeth." So, but he was a very sweet man. But I was just like, forget the dab of oil. Roll me in Crisco, honey, and do some praying. Grease me up like a hog. But I came through it fine. I only had to stay one night in the hospital, and then they sent me home the next day. And I 2 weeks later, I was literally going normal. 6 weeks after that, I was at the police academy doing training again. It didn't stop me at all. But then I would still have these weird muscle issues. And it took them like still 4.5 more years to figure out that I had this really rare neuromuscular disorder called reflex sympathetic dystrophy. And then my whole world changed because as I get older, it spreads to my organs, which causes me more damage. So my health journey has taken, I'm really learning to take care of myself so that I can live as long as possible so I can follow my grandbabies and be here for them if they need me and just watch them grow. And, part of me thinks I'm going to need to be here just to flip and protect them from the world. Well, your old man needs to come see me for about a week. He'd leave here with a different perspective on women. I'm a turd. When David asked if I wanted to marry him, he's like, "Will you marry me?" And I said, "Time out." I said, "Listen, I've already been left high and dry with 2 toddlers by a man that was sorrier than a suck egg dog." I said, "If it happens to me again, I will have homicidal tendencies, and I do know how to operate every pew-pew you own. Do you want to continue?" And he laughed and said, "Well, yeah." And I thought, he's either brave or stupid, but maybe that's the combo I need. And that was 21 years ago, and we're still married, and we get along just great. And every once in a while, he'll come up here, and he'll be in the fur shop, because I did taxidermy with my brother for a long time. He'll come up here from the fur shop and be like, "Can you come help me? I forgot how to do this, or I need to make sure I'm doing this right." And I'm like, "Yeah." So I've lost a lot of my ability to use my hands and arms, but I can still guide him through, certain taxidermy stuff. But I'm a weird one, but I guess that's why people stick around. But I think I'm going to do a response to Ryan Upchurch's video the other day. He's been thinking on some really serious stuff. I love this broom, y'all. I'm in love. Matter of fact, I'm going right under where Oscar steps all the time. Oh, I must have vacuumed pretty good there. But Ryan Upchurch he's been doing some thinking, like pondering, like pontificating, like serious. And but he's thinking, but then he gets stuck on his thought process rather than keeping going. And so I did and he responded to me today, and I was like, we seriously need to talk. I was like, I know it's been a while since we talked, but if you're looking into this, we seriously need to talk. and I told him some stuff, and he was like, well, amen, sister. And I was like, yeah, but you can get on here and talk all you want to and think you make sense, but until you learn to listen and put it all together, that's when you'll get the whole thing. And I have a lot of information that he would probably like to know, but I'm not about to say it on the YouTube and get banished forever. So I am trying to say, if you'll give me 10 minutes and listen to me giving you some key points to look into, it would, I like the way his brain works, but I want it to work on the right things, because he gets stuck sometimes on how his brain works rather than the studying he should be doing. And so, yeah, and it's like he gets stuck on something, and he gets stuck on it instead of getting stuck on where it is in the puzzle and going on. He gets stuck on it. And like the poetic sound of his own voice. And I'm like, no, we need to keep going. We need to keep going. That sounds good, but there's a reason why you said it. We need to find the reason why you had to say that. So I'm trying to get him to give me a few minutes. He's given me a few comments and back and forth, but if I could have 10 minutes to him, I'd probably freak him out from some stuff that I know and get him to really look at some really weird stuff, some really weird medical DNA augmentation, neurological modulation stuff, and that is in college textbooks and proven, has been going on for 40 plus years, that nobody's been known about. And now they're coming out, and if you've watched a lot of these channels, the that not everybody wanted to get, has been found to have had DNA particles from God knows where that has now bonded with their DNA, which has altered their DNA, which could be a reason why we're seeing such weird behavior from people that, because assaults, simple assaults, domestic assaults, and homicides are up like 60-something% worldwide. People have gone back to like gesticulation, like animal throwing their arms up, and, like a poo flinging day in the jungle, rather than being able to debate. There's a reason for that. And you can see the demographic that it's primarily noted within, and that is the demographic that have had 2 to 4 jibby-jabbies. And we're starting to see really abnormal behavior because they're breaking down their own DNA complex, and they're changing them from a DNA standpoint, which also allows them the capability to basically hack into them and neurologically modulate them, change them. You basically have a remote control at that point. And, your brain's more twisted than not. Sorry. But we all need to be aware of this, because this is what, this is what they're doing. And, all the 8 rats that they tested the jibby-jibbies on, none of them lived. It's all coming out now, all this lying to us. Listen, I didn't buy stock in Vaseline or Preparation H as a child. Just tell me the truth. If I had bought stock and all that, maybe I'd let you lie to me a little bit and shaft me, but I didn't. So I just want the truth. So I do a lot, because I have my master's in psychology, I read a lot of these peer-reviewed tests and journals and all of this documentation of all, and I'm reading the stuff that is physically occurring in our medical field. But they're telling no one. And like a lot of people don't know that a lot of medications now have biosensors that when you take them, it gives feedback to your doctor. Your doctor knows when you took it. It can give him telemetry on your body. I mean, it does lots of things. They don't know what repercussions it may have on the body, but it's easy for the doctor. Well, now I'm trying to figure out what all medications have that in them, because I don't want to take one of those things. Excuse me, but I don't want to flip in, those air tags on me. I don't know. That's okay. Nobody needs to know where I am. I like to hide every once in a while. But I don't know. There's lots of stuff out there that we need to be looking at and talking about, but we're not allowed to talk about it unless we talk about it in cryptic ways, and that benefits no one. And we just need to open up peer-reviewed documentation on journals and tests, and just go through the info without somebody removing it from the platform. You're doing research for a new drug in the streets. Oh dear, you sound like one of my parolees right now. That scared me. Although I have to say, if nobody has ever checked out Savannah's channel, she did an awesome video the other day. And then I got sucked into the black hole of what is your channel there for a while. But that video where I commented under just wow, that's literally all I can say after I watched it, because it was just so much information in such a short span. That's what we need. We don't need the suave talkers. We just need the information right there and just to process it and go on, because we're being dumbed down. Yeah, the one about the children. That was so much information. And we've got how many, like 200,000 kids, 100 to 200,000 kids that are supposed to be with sponsors in this country missing. That is called trafficking, Joe. That's exactly what that's called. And you're responsible for these kids that you let over and you put with sponsors that are not really sponsors. They're receiving federal funds, but they're not maintaining these children. One of the sponsors was in jail for SA, but was still his brother was still cashing his federal check. And the kids were all underage, but all had jobs, which then went back to the sponsor's brother, because they called him Tio, to help run the household, even though he was getting a federal check. Well, why is a federal check still going to a man that's in a federal penitentiary? Because he had SA crimes that were across state lines. I have questions about my government. So many questions. And Iowa is one of the biggest missing kid states, because Ryan's been stuck on these ocean line states. But Iowa is one of the big, and Utah. Iowa and Utah are some of the biggest missing kid states. And national parks. Where do kids go missing? National parks are one of the biggest places kids go missing. We got to start asking questions why. I like David Pilatus and Steve Isdell. I like those. Now, there are mean people, and there are demons on this earth that walk in the skin of man. I've supervised them and seen them, and but something else going on. Did you know that the Church of Satan was basically funded by the U.S. military? Now, hear me out. Because the guy that started it was in the military. Well, he got found out that he was diddling where he shouldn't have been diddling with young people he shouldn't have been diddling with. And so they kicked him out of the military. Well, because he didn't feel he was handled correctly, he sued and won a butt ton of money from our military. And he used that to start the Church of Satan in California. And that's how the Church of Satan got started, by funds from our nation. And our military, nonetheless. Anybody else know that? No, they try to hide that a lot. I've got it in one of my videos, way back, like last year. It tells the story. And they wonder why this nation's going to crap. Well, maybe because we're funding the Church of Satan. I can't even get help with grocery bills, but heck, military can fund the Church of Satan. You learn stuff every time I read constantly, and because I used to work with the damaged population, let me tell you something. You learn more from the damaged population, because they've had to wade through some crap that most people don't ever see. And then I get in rabbit holes trying to figure out how to help them out of this crap. And I learn a lot about the human condition, which is there are more people that will hurt you in 5 seconds than there will hug you. And if we don't switch those numbers around, then we're done for as a culture, as a human race. So that's why I say it only takes 5% of the population to sway the momentum. Can we get 5% of this goddamn nation to act like somebody? I appreciate it. Be real nice. Oh. Okay, I'm going to have to go fix my fire and sweep my floors. Well, I learn a lot from y'all too. Y'all keep me curious and inquisitive, but I'm going to try to get in touch and talk to Ryan if he's been in a different mindset since the days when he used to, pick my brain, and I used to, but he still responds to me and is sweet and talks. But I've got some stuff that would blow his mind if he would just give me 10 minutes of his time. And I know that, he gets on there and he thinks he's figured this all out, but you need to listen to at least 4 to 5 other perspectives before you make a decision and declare it a finding. But I've got stuff that would blow his mind and literally put him down tunnels he would never have ever thought about if he would just give me the time of day. And I love that he's thinking, and I love the way that he thinks, and I love that he's showing people it's great to be curious and to be inquisitive and to question your government, question everybody. But I want, that's what I've heard. And I'm assuming it's true. I've not been following his Instagram very much, just his YouTube. But I want people, like he's a really good way of showing, even if you've diagnosed with ADD or ADHD, if you learn to harness that power, that is a superpower. And that's how I love how his brain clicks and works. But I'd love to get it on a better highway instead of a back road research. I want to get it on an interstate research. And that's why I really need to talk to him. But it's not stuff I can put on the internet, not without punishment. So, isn't that sad to say in the land of the free? That's so sad to say in the land of the free. Oh, a little bit of trivia. Did you know that Truk Island, which is actually Chuuk Island, which is over toward past Hawaii, over toward Japan over there, it was 2 years after Pearl Harbor that we went after what we called Truk Island, but it was Chuuk Island. People got it wrong on radios that were spying and listening in to the Japanese. They bombed that place. There are still 200 servicemen that went missing in planes that crashed in a lagoon and a bay that have not been found. They found the first of the missing planes, and I think they recovered. They identified 3 that were shot and where their possible barrier sites are, and then they recovered the first plane that had 1 to 2 people in it. So Project Recovery are trying to find these 200 servicemen, and what it was our response to Pearl Harbor. So we went after them, and it was basically 2 years after Pearl Harbor we went after them. So there's Project Recovery is starting to find all these downed planes in these smaller waters around these islands to bring these people home. And Expedition Unknown, that Josh Gates, he did a 2-episode thing on it, and it was the most interesting thing I'd ever watched in my life. And so if you have the ability to watch Expedition Unknown, and you can see the one where it's bringing war heroes home, watch it. You will learn so much. So much. Yeah, I love stuff like that. Interests the crap out of me. Weird stuff. You never know what kind of position you're going to find yourself in. You might as well pay attention to people that have been through it. You might learn something. That's how I look too. So, okay, I'm going to shut up now. I have way more temu on the way. It just shows up in bulk because my mailman, I think, just saves it so he knows he gets 3 or 4 bags and then chucks it. But I do have more on the way. I do have more girly stuff coming. I'm doing rather different hauls for me. But there is one item coming in the next few things, and you're going to see all this girly stuff, and then you're going to go, oh, there's Liz. She's still in there. So wait for that item, and when you see it, comment below. Be like, there's the item. That's Liz. Because the first person to say that and to identify the item will most likely be getting something in the mail from me. So there's your momentum to stick with me. And I've got a couple of dupe items. I bought a couple of extra things, and I've got some artwork, and I've got some stuff. But the first person, when I do that video, and I won't tell you which one it is, you're going to have to figure it out on your own, which it should hit you like a brick wall. But when you see that item, after I'm hauling all this girly crap, and you say, oh, there's the item, there's Liz, first person to comment and catch it. And I'll video that one and put it up. And the first person to comment and catch it will be getting something in the mail from me. So there's your incentive to stick with me. Spread that around. Tell everybody. And I'll probably do a short to also let everybody know. But go and give retail therapy on on a budget, go give her some support. She's just starting out. She's doing really good. And I found like Noni's Corner or Noni's, I don't know, but this sweet little older couple. Then I thought, God, there's me and David in a few years. I'm falling in love with them. I'm fixing to go watch their video. I will share it on the community page because if it's like they work up a comedy skit and throw in a temu haul. I love it. I'm going to share that with you too. But I'm done for tonight. I've got to catch my fire. Excellent temu haul. Good stuff. I'll do some shorts for you over the next couple of days, and we'll do this again as soon as another bag shows up. I love yous, but my fire's going to go out, and I'll see you soon. Stay warm. Stay safe. Bye, guys. Love yous. Here comes Oscar. Clockwork.